Deborah Garcia. My name is Miss Gigi for short, and I am a Martin High School librarian.
I'm Ms. Montes. I'm the librarian in training. I'm going to be presenting a lesson for you guys today for your 1302 class on argumentative essays. So I'm here to support you, and I'm going to be teaching you how to access 3 resources.
Yes, and I'm Mary Louise Gonzalez. I'm the English 1302 professor. And we're here to help you to do research and to find the right information that you can do a great research paper.
Hello everyone, welcome to the library. Today we're going to be teaching you how to access 3 resources for your research paper with your professor, Ms. Gonzalez.
That's right. We are here today to learn more about the research process and about the argumentative essay. She's gonna go into a whole bunch of library resources, and I want you all to give her your full attention and to have respect. Okay? I guess that's it. If you want to start.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to be going over 3 resources with you here. Please take out your library resource sheet that I provided for you. Okay, we're going to be going over the Mackinvia ebooks. We're going to be going over the text quest, and then we're also going to be doing the Alexander database. All the information and logins are in this sheet, and then for the Alexander database, you have this bookmark that I provided with you. We're going to follow the steps. So you brought your laptop, so I'm going to have you follow along the steps. This is to support you in writing your argumentative essay. So I'm going to teach you 3 different ways to get 3 sources. Okay. So first thing, go ahead and go to switch to your handout, the one that says pre-test. Okay. I'm just going to briefly discuss what it's going to be about. The pre-test, the purpose is to find out how knowledgeable you are on these 3 sources that the library provides to you. You might not be aware of what we offer here, so this is also going to support you in that. Okay, so we are going to go over the Alexander database, we're going to go over text quest, and we're going to go over the ebooks as well. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to answer this pre-test. Circle your answers and please put your name right here. Okay, so go ahead and get started on the pre-test. I'm going to start the timer. I'm going to start the timer on my phone when we get that started. Okay, so you should be working on the pre-test. This is a simple, kind of like a questionnaire as well to gauge where you guys are at. You know the sources that we have available. So I've already timing you. you raise your hand if you're already done. I'll give you about 15 seconds more to finalize. The next thing I need you to please do, go ahead and get the bookmark. I'm going to be teaching you how to access the Alexander database. This is where you're going to be able to learn how to search for books. Some of you might already know how to do so. So once you're done with the pretest, go ahead and switch to your laptops. Okay? What I do, you do on the laptop. Okay? Okay, so let's follow along here in the bookmark. Step 1, it says to go to our Martin webpage. Okay, so type in your the Martin webpage. It's martinhs@elisd.org. Okay, that's step 1. Remember, we are going to access the Alexandra database. Is everybody at the webpage already? Okay. So then let's follow along. You're going to click here on the tab up here about our campus, and then you're going to click on the library tab. If you go ahead and click it, you can see here our librarian and her staff, Ms. Deborah Garcia. Okay. If you do not know, here are the library hours for your viewing. Monday and Thursday, 7:30 to 5, and Friday is from 7:30 to 4. Only on Friday do they close at 4. Every other day you're here till 5. Okay? Okay. And then here, if you scroll down, it tells you the different library resources. Like I mentioned, we are going to focus on only 3 today. So then go ahead and click on here, the symbol loop. Click on the symbol loop. Okay. And I do want to point out 2 things here. Our database is the Alexandra database. This one you can use while you're at school. This one you can access it from home. So if you're at home and you need to access it, you need to use this one. Okay? Because even I tried it last night and I was like, oh, I clicked on the wrong one. So you want to do, this is for school, this is for at home. You can access all this at home, okay? So I know, like Ms. Gonzalez and I collaborated and we're planning, you are working on an argumentative persuasive essay, okay? So let's go ahead and click on Alexandra Research. Okay. Let's say you just wanted to find out a little bit more about how to write an argumentative essay, even though I know your professor has gone and reviewed everything for you guys. Okay, I found it. Okay, here it is. This book that we have in the library is called Organized Essays. And right here it tells us, it has excerpts and analysis help. This book is an introduction to the ways writers compose well-structured essays. And if you look right here, it's specifically nonfiction. That's what you want to use for your sources. And it's for writing facts and arguments. So let's say you want to see an example, but you don't want to search all over the web. You can just come to the library, check out the book, or just read it here, and it can give you examples of how to write persuasively, okay? So I just want to go over that. So I'm going to go back to the home page for Alexandria. Okay. The next thing I wanted to show you was, okay, how to search. We just did the book right now. Okay. There's different types of ways that you can search for books, okay? You can do it by title, by call number, by author's name, okay? So right now I'm gonna do it by subject. Some of you are doing your research paper on the side effects of addiction. So I'm gonna type in the topic. And again, you do want to click a book that is nonfiction. So you don't want to get a book on addiction and it's like a fantasy, okay? So, okay. Let's click on this one. what it has there. Okay, so when you search up a book here in the search title, you type in the topic that you're looking for, and then here, up here, you have, it's a book, you have the year. This is the call number, this is the number you would be looking for, here, around the shelves to find the book. Here's the title. Right here, a neat fact that I learned yesterday is these stars, is where you all can type in a student review. Like once you read the book, you can go ahead and put here, what you thought about the book. But currently, this one has 0 student reviews. Okay, so then here you would also see the author's name, the editor, the press, and then it does give you a little synopsis of what the book is going to be about. Okay, and then here it also gives you like the 3 main topics. Okay, so I know some of you were working on that topic for your research paper. Then I'm going to show you the difference in Scout. Okay, so that one was a regular search. We use that one just by searching regularly. Then you have the Scout option. Okay, so here I'm going to just type in cats. You can search whatever topic, it will be the same thing. But do you notice a difference? What's the difference between this one and the other search? Yeah, this one is more visually appealing. You might think, oh look, I like it. Maybe it's bigger, the pictures, okay? You would have to click on it and it would give you the same information as a search button. But this is for if you want to be more visual and you want to see the book cover bigger and stuff like that, you could use the Scout section, okay? And then there's another one. The last one I'm going to review here is the Explore, the little rocket ship. Okay, so here you have it by concepts. So this one you might find more interesting, especially for your research papers. Let's say we want to look at a concept like sports. Okay, so I would click on sports. Okay, and then it gives me, do you see how I click on sports? And then it gives me specific sports. So let's say you're writing a persuasive research paper on is boxing damaging to the human body. So I would click on boxing, okay, and it's gonna it's gonna filter out the results and it's gonna give me books about boxing. So currently here it tells us how many results we have on the site. Okay, so those are 3 basic ways to use. This is the database that Martin High School uses. Okay, so you have the search, the Scout, and the Explore. These are the 3 basic ones that we'll be using. Okay, you are going to be using it for the scavenger hunt. So if you need me to review it real quick again, raise your hand. But if you got it, are we good? Yes. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the other source. Okay. So go ahead and get your library resource sheet, the black and white one. This one. Right here, we're going to be going to the Mac and Via one. So again, go ahead and go to the Martin High School website. Let's go ahead and click on Symbaloo again. Okay. And in the corner, you see this colorful one. This is the next one we're going to be using. The Mac and Via is going to be for the next resource that we're going to use. Okay, is everybody in the Symbaloo again? Yes? Okay, so let's click on it. Okay, so here in the library resource sheet, you do have the login information. So type in the login that's provided for you here, and you do just have to put our high school name. So put Martin High School. And then you type in the username and then the password. Okay. Then we'll walk around to make sure we're all in. you are using your phones, and you can access through the mobile app. Okay, so that is also available as well. Okay, so once you log in, okay, so right here on the corner, it has the different resources that it has available. Okay, right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll all the way down. Okay, right here. Scroll all the way down. Let's switch it up since it's not showing up. So go ahead and type in text quest.
Instructional resources, Ms. Montes.
Did we put that one out? Sorry, no wonder I'm like, it's not coming out. Okay, sorry. Yes. Okay. So sorry, go ahead right here on the side. Sorry, I skipped a step. Right here on the side, you're gonna click on instructional resources. Now you can scroll all the way down. Here you have different options, also other sources we provide, but like I told you, we're gonna be focusing on, okay, TextQuest. Why TextQuest exactly? Why there's more options? There's more options. Okay. Sorry, scroll all the way down until the last item. You have TextQuest Yale Academic One File. Okay, so since you are taking English 1302, this course you took last year, you took English 1301, so you are familiar with some of the sources, but this one is more student friendly and it's offered here free for you guys for you to use. So TextQuest specifically, it tells us here, it's going to provide journals, newspaper, and magazine articles on numerous topics for use by students doing research. So this is specifically going to be tailored for you to get articles for your argumentative essay. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on Open Now. So I'm going to review real quick some of the features. Right here, what I really like about TextQuest, you have it by discipline. That means it's gone by concepts as well. One of you is doing it on global warming for your argumentative research. So that would fall under, what would it fall under here? What discipline would it fall under? Which tab?
Environmental science.
Yes, it would fall under environmental science. Okay. And then here, more specifically, it's gonna give you the specific topic that you are looking for. So you're gonna click on global warming. Okay, and then I do wanna show you something specifically, like if Professor Gonzalez wants you to use only certain years from the article. Let's say she doesn't want you to use something 30 years ago, because that information probably will be outdated, okay? So I'm gonna show you different options. You can filter your results by the date published, by subjects, by titles. So, okay, right now we're going to, before even we filter, I want you to take note here. Without filtering and just choosing global warming, you have 936 articles. Now, if I want to be more specific, let's say your professor told you, okay, you can't use any article past the year 2010. So now, everybody follow along. You're going to filter by date published. So right here, I'm going to put 2010. Okay, you can just put the year, that's fine, to currently 2019. Okay, and then you do the apply filter. And as you can see, now it went from 900 and some academic journals to now 443, okay? Just by me changing the filter to the date published. So that's gonna be very, informative for you, especially when you move on full-time to do your bachelor's degree, after 1302 and stuff like that. Just by filtering a year, it already narrowed it down by like 50%, okay? So that's a really good feature that we have here. Okay. And then, let's see. Okay. Okay. So what's the difference between this and me just opening the browser, typing in Google? I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm searching on global warming. Okay, I'm literally just going on Google. What's the first thing that you look here that comes out? Who can type information in Wikipedia? Anybody, right? Anybody. So if I were to just go to Google, type in my topic, first thing that pops out is global warming. And then boom, Wikipedia. Information there is not academically verified. Anybody can access and type in whatever they want. So let's say you're like, oh cool, I got a source, I got Wikipedia. Look, professor, here's my source. She's gonna be like, first of all, this information is wrong. And then when you cite it in your web page and your works cited page, she's gonna see that it was Wikipedia, and that's not acceptable, specifically also in college courses, which is right now what you're taking, English 1302. Besides having Wikipedia, if I just use Google, it's gonna give you so many options that somewhere you're like, that's good, it's a lot of information. Is it really though? Specifically when you are working on a research paper, you wanna be as specific and as prescriptive as possible. So I do not suggest for you to use Google. There is a Google educational site, which I'll teach later on in the next lesson, okay? So how can you tell if they are academic sources? On Google, you would have to see the .org section, okay? Those are educational. But again, would you want to risk it, or would you just want to use our source that you know is specifically going to provide you with the journal topics that you need, okay? So I would personally stick to this one, because this is going to give you the data that you need. It's going to give you the data that it is academically verified. This is written by professors, by teachers, by educators. So you want to stick to this, okay? So now for your works cited page, because that is a requirement for when you finish writing your argumentative essay, you are going to have to create a works cited page. A works cited page is all the sources that you used to complete your research paper, okay? So I really like this one. When you guys were with me in 1301, you used to use citationmachine.org. That is not as reliable as it once was, okay? So now I'm going to show you a neat trick that it offers here on TextQuest. So I'm going to we're still on global warming, and we narrowed it down to 443 searches. I'm going to click on one. Okay, so I'm just going to click on this one, addressing on our rough global warming. So I'm going to click on it. And then right here on the right hand side, you have different features here. You can print it, you can download it, you can send it to yourself, you can email it, you get the link. But what I wanted to show you here was the site source, okay? You can already get the citation here, so all you would do would be copy this and paste it to your works cited page. There's 3 different options. The one you'll be using for your argumentative essay is the MLA format, okay? It also has other options. The APA. The APA is used for like science courses, for anything having to do with the sciences, okay? And then the Chicago one is for footnotes and endnotes and subscripts, okay? So for English courses, you'll be using the MLA. So then here I would just either select it, okay? paste it to my works cited page. The last page on my research paper would be my works cited, okay? So that's one of the things I wanted to show you. Okay. So again, okay, so what are the two things we've already covered so far? Okay, what's the first thing we covered when I started my lesson?
Alexander Library.
Yes, the Alexander database. And then right now, Mark, what was this one?
Text quest.
Yes, the text quest. So now, like I told you when we first started our lesson, I was gonna go over 3 resources. The 3 resources that I chose are the easiest to access and for you to remember, and they're targeted for your persuasive essay, okay? This is all to support you in doing your inquiry-based lesson, okay? So the last one we're gonna cover before you do your scavenger hunt, which is gonna be your post-test. Let's go again one more time to the Martin High School symbol loop. Okay. We're gonna click again on the Mackenvia. If it doesn't let you log in, just retype it. So we're back again to the home page here. Okay, but you're like, man, we already used this. Yes, we did use the instructional resources. Now our third resource that I'm going to show you is the ebooks. If you did not know, Martin High School has over 10,000 ebooks here for you all to access. Okay, you can access them at home, on your mobile devices, and we also have more than 36,000 physical books. And just a fun fact, we have the biggest comic book collection in the district. And you also have won Literacy Night for the past 4 years in a row for most attendance, which you all attend with your family. Okay. So now go ahead and click on ebooks, please. So let's click on ebooks. Okay, so in talking to your professor, some of you were working on your persuasive essay. Is artificial intelligence a good thing or a bad thing? And then that was kind of your topic. So here I'm gonna click on search resources, and I'm going to type in artificial intelligence. And you see here we have 10,405 ebooks. So it's loading. Okay. So then we look at our results. We have 16 ebooks, but you're writing an argumentative essay. Am I going to use a fiction book to support my evidence? No. You want to go to nonfiction. So this one, unfortunately, is not nonfiction. So you can just scroll down and see, we're gonna click on this one, reverse engineer the brain. Open now. So right here, this is the cover of the book, just like you would have the physical book. It is an ebook. I wanna show you here on the left-hand side. Okay, this is where you would look. You have the table of contents, book information, and you can search even by chapters. All you need all this when you are citing it manually. The professor's gonna go over that in class with you, okay? Okay. So I'm just gonna refresh real quick. I'm gonna show you what we did, okay? Again, so let's say you wanna go into ebooks. I'm gonna review one more time. You look here at all the resources. You click on ebook. Okay. Does anybody want to give me their research topic?
Grading system.
Huh?
Grading system.
The grading system?
Like the grading system?
Let's hope we don't have to edit this part. I don't know. So, okay. Okay, so can you say it again? What's the topic?
Solar.
Okay, so let's see, we're gonna type in solar energy to see if we have an ebook on that. Okay, so currently we have 6 books on solar energy. Okay, so you would do the same thing. Here it tells you a synopsis of the book. You can click on the tab for more information. Okay. So here it gives you the authors. Is it a series? How many pages? Some of you might like that. This is a short book. It's 80 pages. Some of you might be looking for a longer book, so you do want to keep in mind that. It also tells you the grade level, which it applies to you guys because you are seniors and you are taking 1302, and you fall under 12th grade. Okay. So I didn't show you this on the previous book, but here it also lets you cite. So right here, you already have it cited for you. So if you don't want to do it manually, if you want to cite your ebook, you can just click on cite. It gives you here the MLA, the APA, and the Chicago. So you can just look at it there. You can also start reviewing it. It can serve for you to review it. You know, the author's last name goes first, okay, and then you follow like that. Okay. So you'll be going over that in the class with the professor. So now I'm going to go back to the Symbaloo. Okay. So the 3 resources we covered, you would go to the Symbaloo. It was Alexander database, and then the Macavia, in which we found our ebooks and we found TextQuest. Okay. So now we're going to be going into partners. So pair up with a partner. It's only two people for the activity. The scavenger hunt is going to be your post test. It's gonna prompt you to do 3 different searches, and then the last one, right, is one of the most important ones because it's gonna be you finding a research resource for your persuasive essay. And go to our scavenger hunt portion of the post test. Remember, we're gonna be going over this. You're gonna be with your partner. I only need pairs, so you're gonna stick with your partner from earlier. Remember, I provided with you a bookmark, how to access the Alexander database. And here are the logins for the Macavia that I provided to you earlier. Okay, remember the Alexander database, we're gonna be using it on your phones. You can use it on your mobile apps. So I'm gonna show you. Same thing, I went to the Martin webpage, and then I clicked on the Symbaloo, and then you would just click on Alexandria, and there it is. Because I know we were having some technical difficulties earlier, but you can just use the database here. Some of your laptops picked it up, okay? All the other resources you will use on your laptop, okay? So the scavenger hunt right now, the 3 sections first are all online, so it's an online scavenger hunt. The last portion is the one that you're gonna get going to the bookshelves to pick out your book for your research paper. Okay, so the first 3 is gonna ask you to find books with the Alexandria database. The next ones are going to ask you to use the TextQuest to look for academic files. And the last one is going to prompt you to use Macavia and find ebooks. And then the last one that is checking for understanding for your research paper, you're going to go ahead and use Alexandria, and then the librarian and myself are going to assist you in locating the book for your research paper. I provided you index cards so you can write the call number. Once you write the call number, you can raise your hand and we'll walk you around so you can check out your books. Okay? And then so go ahead and get up with a partner. So if you do not have a partner, I'm going to ask you to go to a table and find a partner. Raise your hand if you do not have a partner. I will be your partner, don't worry. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Remember, the first part is the online scavenger hunt, and then the So I'm gonna give you about 10 minutes to do the scavenger hunt, okay? So let me set the timer. Okay, and you may begin the scavenger hunt. Remember, you can use your phones for the Alexander database and also for the other web pages. So you may begin and I'll be your partner.
Miss Montes,
Yes.
you know me?
Is it an ebook or what is it? Oh, okay. Ms. Garza. So then we can do magazines? Yeah. Maybe.
What else? Oh, yeah. That's not it. Sorry. Remember that's the one we use on the phone? Try it in your laptop. Click on it. And then in the index card, you're gonna write the phone number, and that's what we're gonna help you get the piece of paper. So you can do credit your research paper. Did it come out of the laptop? No, where's your phone? It's gonna be the same thing. You're gonna go to the Martin web page. Then you're gonna go to the library. And then you're gonna go to the symbol. So Martin web page.
All these books are in here?
Yeah. All the books are there. We have them.
No, the books are not there. The books.
No, the books.
Which are
Alexandra, it's all the books. So click on the symbol. Oh, it's okay. And then click Alexandra Researcher. When you go to the Alexandra database, that's where you're gonna type in the book.
What's the third one?
Now that we're going to review for the post test, this table over here, can you tell me one of the sources that I taught you how to access today?
Alexandria.
Thank you very much. Can you choose another table?
We have the table right there in the front.
What's over here? What is another source I taught you how to access today? TextQuest. May you choose another table, please? Okay. And what is the last source I taught you how to access today? It was the Alexandra. This table right here said TextQuest. What was the last one? Like India, and what is that one for? The ebooks, yes. Okay, so now here's the post test to see if you are able to master how to access those three sources that I taught you. So I'm just going to briefly read the instructions for your post test. The purpose of this post test is to find out if you mastered the skills in today's lesson. The lesson reviewed the three library resources, which are the Alexandra database, Wikipedia, and TextQuest. The sources are offered through the library to support you for your research papers. Again, your lesson is an inquiry-based lesson. You are doing a research paper on the topics you chose with your professor for your 1302 class. I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 minutes, and I'm going to be walking around to ensure that you are working on your post test. Then after that, we'll be switching to our scavenger hunt. Okay?
the steps for the Alexander Jennings. What is it used for? Do you remember what it was used for? Books? Yes. So to search for a book, are we gonna use Google? No, so you would take that one out. Is it search? Explore? Yes, that's correct.
And you sounded familiar.
Yeah, because I tried to trick you with these. Thank you. How's this table over here doing? Okay, raise your hand if your table's already done with the post test. Okay, if one person in each group can collect them, so while I walk around, I'll collect them. So put them all together. So now we're gonna finish the last portion of the scavenger hunt, which is you basically searching up the books, and then we're gonna help you check out the books. Okay? So then I'm gonna give you about another 10 minutes for that, just because I know some of you are still processing the information. So I'm gonna set the timer. This time, the last 10 minutes are for you to start searching for the books for your research paper. Okay. If your call number, we're ready for the scavenger hunt. If the call number is between 0 to 500, you're gonna find them right here, starting here, all the way over here, the nonfiction area for your books. And if it's from 600 to 900, you're gonna go all the way over there to that side. So I'm gonna start helping you out. Ms. Garcia is also gonna assist me in getting your books, and then you'll be checking them out. Okay? I hope this presentation has been very helpful for your research paper. And I'm here to assist you and support you and offer any resources that you may need. Can I have the group that's ready, please? Okay. And so you call that group. So follow me, so it's gonna be on this section, please. Follow me, please. This is history of depression. Okay, here we go. Is this the book you're looking for?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and go and check it out.
Okay.
And I hope